group of colleges, you can come together, all teachers can come together and you can have a TLC. So it depends on what you want to achieve, whether you have common goals and how you want to achieve, what you have, what resources you have. All these factors play roles when it comes to deciding whether you can have a TLC on your own or you need help from somebody else. The next one is, any teacher gathering to talk and discuss stuff can be called TLC. That's not so, because TLCs are professional communities. They are not coming together and informally and sitting together and doing just something and going out. They are not, because they have serious goals, and institutions are involved in TLC. So it's not really something we can take it easy and just go. I'll go to the meeting when I want. I won't do whatever we decided because I'm not really keen today. Tomorrow I'm in mood, I'll go. It doesn't really work with TLCs. You need sincerity. You need to take responsibility. You need to be honest. You need to be passionate about teaching and learning and research to be part of TLC. So it's very important to not only to talk and discuss, but to be sincere, to be dedicated, to be devoted towards your TLC and see the benefits that TLC is giving you. You should be able to visualize how you are gaining, what you are gaining, and the tangibility of these goals, to see that, yeah, these goals are observable, measurable. Be able to see that, you need to devote yourself towards this. Next thing is, you always, some people think that TLCs are about experienced teachers guiding and mentoring new guys. Not really so. TLCs can involve experienced teachers, novice teachers, researchers, and trainees, all people, all kinds of teachers, or different kinds of teachers with different kinds of experiences, expectations, views, beliefs, trainings, age groups, gender, all those things. So you come together and work together. So experienced guys mentoring young guys, not really a concept in TLCs, not really. We will talk about very clear, more elaborately what TLCs are about. Soon we'll discuss more. So there is complete agreement among all. People think that TLCs are about coming together and agreeing to do something. Not really. So if you think that everything peaceful, nice, coming together, no dissent, no disagreement, no argument, it's TLC, then that's not TLC. TLC is about arguing, discussing, not agreeing, having strong beliefs, having soft belief system, having being accepting everything or rejecting everything. All kinds of people can come together and talk about why they believe, why they don't believe, all that. There should be space for debate, discussion, and there should be this space for dissent, not agreeing. By that I mean not agreeing with others. It's very important. So in TLC, we are supposed to talk about agreements and also disagreements. And the next one is some people think that TLCs are about administrators, school administrators, or some college administrators, taking the first step and managing it. In TLCs, you don't have administrators at all. They are not part of TLCs. TLCs are managed by teachers, run by teachers, owned by teachers. Teachers do everything about TLCs. They are the ones. Teachers and researchers who are involved in teaching, they come together and they create TLC. They manage TLC, and whatever happens in TLC, they take responsibility. What administration does is, provide a kind of platform where these people can interact. Let's say a room where they can meet some, maybe, or a platform like social media, giving some time for them to some free time during class hours to discuss this. That's the kind of support you expect from management. I don't think school administrators or college administrators generally are part of TLCs. It doesn't happen generally, very rare. So how to create how to create a TLC? That will be my next question. Let's see how you create. The first thing you should do, take initiative. Okay. First thing is to think about taking initiative. Sorry if I missed anything.
Excuse me, Santoshji, why it's now and then it's just breaking. Just okay.
Is there a problem with my voice?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just you can come forward.
Is it okay right now?
Now it's okay. It's okay.
Perfect. Okay, so now we'll talk about how to create a TLC. The first thing is to think about something I call initiative. Initiative means we need people who will take the initiative. And if you have questions for these sections, what I'm talking about right now, you can ask me. We will stop in a while and you can ask these questions. And I think Mr. Reddy will moderate it. So you can ask your questions in a while. We'll have a break.
Yeah.
So the first thing is to talk about an initiative, and by initiative means some people have to come forward and think about it. It cannot happen on your on its own, right? You need to take responsibility. Somebody has to come forward to create a TLC. Say that let's have a TLC, because today you are part of this webinar. I'm talking about TLC. Tomorrow you go back, talk to other teachers who are teaching in the same school where you are teaching, or in a college where you are teaching. Tell them that this is a new concept for us. I have never heard about something like this. Now, can we have a TLC of our own in our college or in our school? Can we have one? Then you take it forward and see how it works. The next thing as part of initiative is to think about something like coming together. After somebody takes an initiative, you need to have willing partners, people who are willing to come together and be a part of a TLC, because you need to explain to them very clearly what TLC means, what goals you can set for TLCs, how it works, what benefit each member will have. All these things need to be discussed very clearly. Then only you can have a good TLC. So you need to come together and do this. How you do this is, well, this is something we'll think about. The next thing is obtaining institutional support. Without your institute agreeing to support you, to help you, you may not have a good TLC, a functional TLC. Because the problem is, even if you agree, people may not have time. People may not, may not get the space they want to talk about. People may not have space to agree or disagree, because sometimes it may hurt their career, may hurt their job, may hurt their, it can happen. So institutions, unless they agree to help you, they may not, come forward to support you. I mean, you may not be able to talk about your disagreements on a platform. You cannot say that we don't get enough time to correct our assignments in the school. School takes all our time. You cannot say, the management will be really unhappy. So I'm saying that institute has to agree, has to see that there is benefit to what you are doing, that you are gaining something, and that will help the school ultimately in some way. Next one is thinking about setting goals and creating codes of communication. The first part is setting goals. By that I mean, you need to set goals, because in your setting you can say, let's, for example, my goal in here will be how to improve teaching of technology and teaching of English for science and technology to BTech students, to MTech students, and teaching of research, writing to PhD students. These are three things we'll be thinking about, how to improve their performance in these three areas. So this will be a goal for me. For somebody working in a school in some South Asian country, it can be different. It can be maybe how to engage learners, how to make learners more interactive in the classroom, how to make classes more interesting, something like that. So it depends on where you are, what your institution expects from you, and what you expect from yourself, how as a community you see a common goal. You have to set a common goal for yourself, set of goals maybe. Then creating codes of communication, how you should talk, what kind of language should be used, how you should communicate, on what platform, what you will do, and all that. can be decided. Codes of communication have to do with how you should talk and what should be the way to communicate. These things should be made clear so that you know that you cannot directly accuse somebody of doing or not doing something. You cannot look down upon somebody. You cannot be really rude towards somebody. You cannot say things that will hurt people. You cannot take the names of religion, caste, class, and all that to talk about people. So these things should be made clear in the beginning. And the last one, I think there may be more. I'm thinking about these quickly. I have these 4 main things in mind. Then the platform, the schedule. Platform, are you targeting Twitter as a platform, Facebook as a platform, WhatsApp as a platform, face-to-face meeting as a platform, scheduling it on Sundays, Saturdays, this period, that period, when, how, who, all that you need to figure out. These are, these things are very important. Unless they are in place, your TLC cannot take off really well. So it's important to sort these things out really well and then start thinking about how to work with my TLC. Before we think about what your challenges are, these are the challenges I have in mind. When I'm thinking about challenges, I have one. How to find somebody, a researcher who is interested in ESL, English as second language, or English as foreign language classroom. How do I find somebody like that who is interested in listening to me? I'm teaching in a school or I'm teaching in a college and I'm really passionate about my teaching. I'm interested in what I'm doing. I'm not really interested in research, but we as a group of teachers, we want somebody to join our TLC, and that person should have some interest in classroom research. I'm talking about English language classroom research. Somebody who is interested in teaching, learning, teacher development, and all that. Can we find somebody? That's a major challenge. Even if you want to have a TLC, you need a researcher to complete your TLC. Otherwise, you cannot have a full discussion because you will lack that perspective. That research perspective will be lacking in your teaching. So why not bring that additional dimension to your teaching? Add that additional dimension to your teaching, that research dimension. Somebody who can talk about what worked really well in this country, that country, what other teachers are doing, other parts of the world, how it worked, what the findings are. Somebody is going to tell you all that and tell you new ideas about teaching, new methods, new techniques, new technology. You need somebody. That's very difficult. One challenge. Challenge number 2 is institutional support. Is your institution willing to support you? If not, I mean, it's very difficult. Sometimes institutions are not ready to promote teacher development. They're not really bothered about what teachers are, whether teachers are growing or not. At some point, they think, have one FDP, faculty development program, and it'll take care of it. Just like for the sake of doing it, people do it. Not really passionate about improving your ability, making you better teachers. Not many institutions think about those kind of things. Next thing is logistics, platform, meeting, time, place. This is logistics, I would call. So these can be issues again. And the last one for me will be group motivation. Then now I would like you to go to menti.com and use the code 531295 and share with me what challenges you have in mind. Which are the, not exactly what you have in mind, which of these challenges are main challenges? I have asked you to rate these challenges. Okay, rate these challenges for me. Menti.com and the passcode is 531295.
531295.
531295. Yay, we are getting a lovely picture. I'm sharing my screen. You can see my screen, what you are doing.
5, 3, 1, 2.
Go to menti.com and use the code 531295. How you would rate the challenges which I have mentioned? First one is institutional support, then second one is group motivation, third one is getting a researcher, fourth one is logistics. Interesting. I will give you one more minute. It's once again menti.com and code is 531295.
So how would you rate the following challenges?
Yes. Institutional support is one of the major concerns. Then group motivation, then getting a researcher, and finally logistics. These are the four main challenges people expect to face when they go back and start, initiate a kind of creating a TLC, initiate the process of creating a TLC. These are the main challenges. So we have some of the challenges. Let's look at if there are other challenges. I would love to know. Any other challenges? Can you mention the challenges? If you have, if you can think about other challenges other than the four we talked about, can you think of other challenges? Same code 531295 menti.com. Yeah, you can mention on that. Okay, professional jealousy, self-motivation, lack of facilities, good, self-motivation, academic writing. Academic writing is not a problem because you don't have to as such write. If you are not able, all of you, you agree that we don't need academic writing, you don't have to. Identifying common reachable areas, yeah, that can be a problem. Consistent support, yes. Self-motivation, yes. Continuous improvement can be a problem. Personal emotional challenges, environment, lack of exposure, student motivation. Very good points. So these are some of the points we may be able to, we may face when motivation, town villages lack opportunities, lacking retention of motivation. Yeah, maintaining motivation is a big problem. Agree? Good point. Lacking the retention of, okay, lack of community goals, lack of manpower. Why not woman power? Why manpower?
Yeah.
Lack of human power, let's call it, not
Yeah.
manpower. And knowledge of TLC. Okay. Okay, so we have plenty of now, responses in relation to this lack of support, lack of motivation from community. Good points, very good points. So these can be other. These are some of the other reasons why having a TLC, creating a TLC is a difficult thing. But these challenges can be overcome. You can see that if we come together as a community, if all your colleagues are attending this webinar, maybe you have a possibility, you have a strong possibility of coming together and creating a TLC. There is a strong possibility. You can do it. It's not very difficult. Let's go back to my presentation. So I felt that for me, highest is once again institutional support, second is group motivation, third one researcher with interest, fourth one is logistics. This is what I thought.
Logistics, group motivation, yeah.
So this is what I think. You may disagree with me. I have no issues. Now let's talk about the next thing, is how to use them for professional development. Okay, I will demonstrate in a way. I will demonstrate and show you how to use this. Uh, First thing, okay, is to our goal is to let's say, for example, I am a school teacher. I was a school teacher. Like the Asha who introduced me in the beginning told has already informed you that I was a school teacher when I started my career. So let's say as a school teacher, I can think of this as a problem, like how to make ESL teaching English as second language, or EFL teaching English as foreign language more interesting for learners. Okay, if this is our goal, we all agreed maybe this is what we need to do. Our target is to make teaching teaching and learning more interesting. Then what we do, we discuss with the researcher. We have a researcher because we already have a TLC. Okay, we have different experienced teachers, new teachers, all together. We come together and discuss this with the researcher, who is a member of our TLC, of course. So we have a discussion. Next one is when we discussed, we shared our views. Some people thought this is how we can do it. This is how we can make classes more interesting. Others thought, no, that doesn't work in my context. So we shared our views. Then the researcher asked us to define interesting. Okay, that's like an atom bomb. You don't really expect somebody to ask you this question. You say that let's make class a little more interesting. Not many people really ask you what you mean by interesting. Can you define interesting for me? So next one is, that was very difficult. My response was, oh, how to define interesting? Then we decided to return to the next meeting with kind of definitions of interesting, quote unquote, the idea of what we mean by interesting for our learners. We go back, think about it, note down certain things, and come to the next. Let's say we have a meeting on Twitter and we talk about what constitutes interesting in our classroom in terms of teaching and learning. Then we presented our views and peer reviewed each other's descriptions. Like I tell you, let's say you are my co-teacher in the same school. I tell you this is what I think about this on Twitter. You responded, yeah, it is good, but I think your view is like this. I like that. So I give some comments on your views. You give some comments on my views, and we exchange comments. That's peer reviewing. Reviewing what our peers have to talk about. I mean, what our colleagues have to talk about. And then the researcher made note of our descriptions. Okay, yeah, this is how you define, this is how you define. Okay, now the researcher has asked these questions. When our students, and say this is what this researcher has noted. Okay, first one response number one, teacher number one, that is me, let's say. Okay, I said, by interesting, I mean when our learners are engaged in learning. Okay, then somebody said, really? No, but I think it means when our students show interest in our classroom activities. Okay, how are they different? They're not really different, but okay. And then next one is when we see happiness on their faces. That's the next thing. Don't scratch the screen. Sorry, please don't do that. It will not help us. When we see happiness on their faces. That is the third definition of making teaching more interesting. When they look immersed in learning. Somebody else defined interesting means when they look immersed in learning. Interesting. So these are 4 definitions given by 4 teachers. Different experiences, different, and all everybody has different experience, background, training, and all that. They came up with these 4 definitions of interesting. The word interesting, teaching and learning, making it interesting. What they mean by it, this is what they talked about in the TLC meeting or they have a session. Now, the researcher asked them questions after looking at this. First question, indicators of student engagement. What are the indicators? So the first question, what are the indicators of engagement? Next question, what are the indicators of student interest in activities? Next, indicate what are the indicators of happiness on their faces? Because they said this is what is interesting means. How will you know that students are engaged or they're interested in learning? So they gave definitions, and definitions mean this. And the researcher asked, can you give me some indicators? How will I know physically in the class what should I observe so that I can know that they are engaged, they're interested, they are happy, and the last one is they're immersed in learning. These are the four things the person talked about, the four teachers talked about. The researcher asked them, can you tell me how? Now I want you to remember these four things: SE, SI, HF, IL. Once again, if you can take a screenshot and keep it, and it will be great, because I'll ask you something soon. Can you do that? Student engagement, SE, student interest in activities, SI, student happiness in their faces, HF, immersed in learning, IL. So you can remember, this is very easy. Now go to menti.com and use the pass 91, 76, 95. Once again, 91, 76, 95. And answer my question, which I have asked you. Can somebody type it there in the chat box? 91.
Yes, 91, 76, 95. Yes, sir.
Yeah, menti.com. Menti.com. Now let's look at that. Yeah, so what are the indicators of SE, HI, SI, HF, IL? So you just write SE and give me one indicator. Just write SE and give me the indicator. Talk about the indicator. Whichever, take one of these. Let's say take SE, for example. So SE, put two dots and write what are the indicators, what you think are the indicators. So for me, if I think students are engaged, then I will say that they are asking me questions. Then only I will know. So asking questions to teacher is an indicator of SE, student engagement. Yeah, they respond to my questions. That's also an indicator. Yes. Anybody else? You can talk about also SI, participating in classroom transaction. Transaction is a very hard term because it's one way. You are giving and they're taking. And its exchange will be a better term. Immersed in learning, what is the indicator? How do you know that they're, yes, working independently? Excellent answer. They're completing the task as instructed. Yes, that's also engagement. What is the indicator for immersed in learning? How do you know that they're immersed? Responding to teachers' questions. Yes, excellent. Fast response to questions and asking questions. Yes, absolutely. Good. Excellent response. When they are deeply involved. How do you know they're deeply involved? Give me a clue. They're asking queries. Yes, good. Questions and asking, they're maintaining eye contact, participating. Yes, excellent. Present as group work, they're ready to work in groups. Yes, absolutely. Yes, good, good. How do you know that they're listening actively? Give me a clue, physical clue. How do you know? Like somebody said eye contact, that's a good one. They're doing their task independently. Yes, that's a good one. Interested to present group work. Yes, that's a good one. They're asking and responding to questions. Yes, good one. How will you know they're motivated? Give me a clue. How will you know? Think. See, this is what TLC will do to you. It will make you think. It will push you to think. It won't let you go. When you say that interesting, how do you know it's interesting? Give me an answer. They participated. Think about it. What participation means. Enthusiastic faces. How do you know they are enthusiastic? What do they do out of enthusiasm? They shout and say that, hey, I have to answer. Sir, ma'am, I have the answer. Sir, I have the answer. I have a question. So these are the things they look at questions, they think about questions, they answer each other's questions, they start arguing. Yes, good. They take delight, they laugh, they talk. So these are the ways you need to, these are the indicators that they are engaged, they're interested, they are immersed, they are participating, they're involved. You need to think about indicators. So I'm saying in a TLC, this is what the researcher will bring you, ask you these questions, which are fundamental questions, but generally sometimes we ignore. I'm not saying that all of you ignore all the time, but sometimes we ignore. The researcher may ask such critical questions. When you say that my assessment is really good, the researcher may ask you, how do you know? I'm using new techniques. Why do you think it's new? Because nobody has used. How do you know that nobody has used? So such questions these are, they'll make you uncomfortable, but these uncomfortable questions are good questions. So this is what a researcher will bring you to table. I will go back to my presentation. Thank you for your response. It was wonderful. So what are the learnings for teacher 2? They said, oops, never thought about defining engagement. I never thought about it. Then the teacher is thinking, indicators of happiness on their faces. Can't you just see it? Why should I explain it? There can be a teacher who will say that. But this is what TLC is about. You can disagree with everybody. You can say that, what rubbish. If you are a researcher, doesn't mean that you know everything. Yes, that's true. I agree with you. Researcher may not have any idea about what is happening in your classroom. So you can always say that I don't agree with what the researcher has to say. Researchers think, wow, they think so differently. That's a healthy researcher. A researcher who pushes you to do exactly what he or she thinks may not be a good researcher, because researcher is about observing, thinking, reflecting, and coming up with questions, addressing questions, interacting. It's not about imposing something on you. That's not a good researcher. I don't believe so, at least. So get somebody who is flexible to listen to you, argue with you, debate with you, disagree with you, agree with you. That kind of person is good as a researcher. Now go to menti.com and use the passcode 917695. Same passcode 917695. Chance of you initiating to create and use a TLC for professional development. What is the chance that you will go back and at least try? I mean, what will you do? How many of you will think about it? How many of you will definitely do it? And how many of you are not really sure? How many of you think that you won't? This will make you wonderful teachers. What not? You will do wonders in your classroom, believe me, because it's already established that people have done this. So there is somewhere it's already there, that it has been established that it works really well. So there is, you can always go back and try. I'll just give you 1 minute and that'll be it. Because there are a lot of YouTube participants, so I will wait for 1 more minute because the streaming goes a little late, maybe 1 minute late. Good. I'm really encouraged by the response. Like a lot of you think that you may have a TLC, and a lot of you think that it's possible, quite possible that you will start a TLC, and some of you will consider the idea of a TLC. That's pretty good. I'm really impressed and happy that you are thinking positively about your teaching and learning. It's a good thing. We are moving in the right direction. I'm really happy and thankful to you. And if you have any questions and queries, you can ask me. That's it from my side. And Reddy ji, you can
Yeah.
have the questions and ask participant.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Hello, dear participants. Now you can ask question directly, or you can write in the chat box. Thank you, sir. You said that only 45 minutes, but you took nearly 1 hour. It's a great.
I'm really sorry.
Really?
Sir,
No,
may
no,
I?
not sorry. You have engaged the trainees, participants very well. It's a great.
Sir, may I?
Yeah,
Yes,
boss.
please, Asha, you can.
Ashapurna, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Asha Purna from Hyderabad. Santosh sir, nice to hear you. As you said, this teachers community learning, this thing actually it happens in our schools in the sense that uh, we call it school complex, sir.
Okay.
We do it, and there we have the roles of assistant secretary also. So a teacher becomes in charge of the school complex and she leads that. And RP is there. RP can also conduct the classes there. And that's how we keep on motivating them. And what problem I got is I have been into those roles, sustainability, because how to make or create a atmosphere where I can get the openness of the participants. And also, sir, it's should be said that maybe it's because of the governmental procedure, whether top to bottom or bottom to top things, that openness may not be seen. But one thing, please give us inputs on designing process at least, because because that sustainability is lacking this, sir. I should agree that.
Yeah.
To make
I
it
think-
more dynamic, some inputs on designing process.
I think this is the same question Mr. Reddy asked me earlier. I mean, he emphasized that I emphasized the sustainability part when we talked about. When we planned this webinar, he was talking about this. I told you in the beginning, the involvement or direct involvement of an administrator in the community may not really work. So the administrator has to, after this is created, the administrator has to take a back seat and let the community do it. This is something that I don't know whether administrators will agree with me, but this is how it will work really well. If you leave it to teachers and the community to work on its own. And sustainability will come because all of you are teachers and working in the same school. You need to bring a researcher on board. That person will help you think in different directions, think about different dimensions of your teaching and assessment. That person will help you, interact very freely. Like I was collecting data for not data exactly. We had this program, British Council program, in which I worked as a coordinator along with Ravi. And in that, we had several mentors and several teachers, 17 mentors, 80 teachers who work. It's a massive nationwide project, which we worked on it for a year. And we created that space because we were there. We facilitated this interaction so that there is no animosity, there is no aggressiveness, there is no this bad feeling, and there is no bad blood between colleagues. That thing we managed really well because you are always there to monitor what's happening and also make sure that it's on track. And if you keep doing that, then you create this space where everybody starts believing in one another. I mean, people believe in one another and trust each other. That way, the community can sustain itself and there will be growth. But you need to bring on board a researcher. Find somebody who is working on this area and bring him or her on board, and it will work really, really well. I'm sure it will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
So
you.
it's also something related to your mentioning of a set of community codes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Huh? Okay,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you. Thank
Okay, thank you, Ashra.
Could you
Now,
close the screen sharing, sir, so that the people can ask questions, you can see them directly. Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Mahapatra, we have got some more people raising the query regarding creation of TLCs.
Okay.
Ms. Revati and Ms. Ambika and all, they are much interested in that.
Yeah.
How do we create them?
Yeah, so see, the first part is, let's say you are the one who, because you are part of this webinar, not all your colleagues are part of this webinar. So maybe it should start with you. You should go back and tell your colleagues that there is something called TLC and it works like this. And these are the benefits you will get from TL by participating in a TLC or becoming a part of a TLC. So why not we have a TLC for us, for ourselves in our school? So this is something you can start talking about, and you can show some evidence. Maybe once you have the colleagues together, maybe a phone call, maybe a WhatsApp chat, or maybe with somebody who is aware of TLCs, maybe call a researcher and say that we want to have a TLC. Can we help us build our TLC? There are a lot of researchers who are working across the country. So get somebody to talk about it and get your teachers to talk to that person. The person will definitely motivate you to have a TLC. This is something I'm saying that a beginning. And if there is some amount of motivation, they will join. And then you have to show them how you're benefiting from this. I'm saying that it's difficult. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes your colleagues may not be convinced about how it will benefit me if I participate. Will I get more money? No. Will I become a better teacher? Yes. Will I do something with this? Yes. There are a lot. I mean, the gains are much more because the money is one, yes. But if who knows, if you become a better teacher, maybe the Telangana government will reward you in some way. You never know. So there is no harm in becoming a better teacher. And it's always good to go from average to good. Who doesn't want to be a good teacher? Who doesn't want to be a great teacher? If you don't want to be a great teacher, I mean, it doesn't make much sense because you are in teaching and you don't want to be a great teacher. What else do you want to be? So it has to start with you, and you have to push a little. But once you get people together, talk about it, get some researchers to interact with your colleagues, maybe you have a chance. That's how you generally, I would do this if I have to do this. And I know that it's difficult, but you can give it a shot and see if it works. It may not work, but it may work. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And I think Dr. Vidyanath wanted to ask something.
Yeah.
Dr. Vidyanath, would you like to unmute and speak? Or just I'll read out what they have.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. Yes.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Vidyanath, and I have been in teaching English for many years. And your session is really enriching and very interesting. Yeah, but the problem lies with sometimes it happens even with our English faculty. The problem sometimes lies with our own faculty. So whenever we put some idea in front of them, it is very difficult for us to get the consensus. Maybe I do not know how to face this problem. Teaching learning community, as you said, sometimes people may accept, may come to one conclusion, sometimes may differ with us. And in such cases, how to cope up with things, and shall we consider the maximum opinion as consensus? Could you please explain this?
Yeah, see, you may not have consensus regarding the benefits of a TLC. People will look at TLC from their own perspective. So somebody might think that it's good for my career. Somebody else might think that it's good for my teaching. Somebody will think that it'll reduce my workload. So you can have a TLC with the sole goal that how to reduce our workload when it comes to assessment. This can be your goal and you can have a TLC. So most of people jump in and be part of it.
Yeah, but as we are all undergoing through pandemic situation, the teaching and learning process being changed. So we need to switch on to some ICT tools we need to use in the future maybe.
Yeah.
So exactly at that point, our management literally asked the faculty members of different departments to discuss the same and what kind of ICT tools that we can follow to teach as per the needs of
yeah,
the
so you can have a TLC. Say that in this TLC, the goal is to find the best ICT tools for online teaching.
Yes, absolutely.
So that you can have a start with that. I think most of the people will be motivated to join that kind of TLC and see the benefits, immediate benefits of being part of a TLC. So there, that can be your starting point. You have said it yourself. I don't have anything to add.
Thank you.
Any questions?
So I didn't find any. If anybody else wants to, they can raise their hand. And maybe...
Nisha, this is Vinay there.
Yes, sir, Vinay. Vinay, sir. Yes, it's your turn now.
Strong belief system and not ready to change. So they don't have a growth mindset. This is the big challenge for the community to grow. How to overcome this?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I agree that this is a huge challenge. Yes, I would not disagree with that. It is a strong belief system. It's difficult to, like, if a teacher says, why should I learn new things? I'm happy with what I'm doing. So I don't see any point in, I mean, you cannot immediately change that person. That person will take more time. Somebody says that, well, I'll think about it. There is a scope for change. Somebody think that I don't want to change. Then it will take more time. Somebody say that I am willing to change. Tell me how to change. Then there is much more chance. So you will have different kinds of people who have strong belief systems and people who are flexible belief systems, and people who are ready to learn, ready to move and grow as teachers. So
Nisha, please mute yourself, please. Nisha ma'am, please mute yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, Santosh ji, there is a problem. See, everywhere the teachers, most of them, especially at the school level, as Vinay said, there is a problem with initiation. Once if they get the taste, definitely they will join in TLC. And it is not the, of course, I don't think institutional problem, all these things. The problem is the growth mindset, as you said, agree. The second thing is they don't get the real platforms. They want to express their whatever they have learned and whatever they have acquired during this process, and nobody is there to recognize them. That is the issue, I think. Because they are working in a government system, for example, government or private, most of the teachers who are working in private, they won't get any time. But whereas the government, they get time, they know something and they have challenges, they are working on it, but still there is no platform for them to express their views, to disseminate their ideas. That is, I think, that is the big issue now.
Yeah, I mean, see, that kind of thing will remain. It's not going to go away anytime soon. That's a problem we have to live with almost. So there is one way out of that kind of thing is to showcase people who have been professionally very active and achieved a lot. Why not showcase what they have achieved to people who are less motivated and show them this is how it works, and demonstrate to them there are platforms like one for which I work, for example, LTI India, for which I work, and there's a Facebook platform. A lot of you are aware of this. So why not ask your colleagues to join Facebook and join that forum where we discuss different webinars and we talk about different issues related to classroom. We bring materials, we bring assessment, we bring a lot of things, new things to learn, and we can use there. You can raise a question like, this is the problem I am facing in my classroom. Do you have some suggestions for me? And this is how I am using. Why not create a YouTube channel of your own and say that this is how I am doing in my classroom. I'm sharing this with you. What are your comments? So you need to find, for TLC is a good platform. Why not come together and look at each other, what you are doing, and show it to your colleagues or people who are in nearby schools and have a common goal and something that will benefit you immensely. For example, I told you a while ago about how to reduce your workload when it comes to assessment. So that can be a goal. So you have to think about it. Depends on where you are working. Yes.
But one thing I can say, this during this pandemic, teachers now open to different resources. All the windows have opened now. I hope definitely this kind of environment will help them in future to form a TLCs, I think.
I hope so. I mean, I'm totally hopeful that
Some extent, not exactly, but see, but if some universities of some organizations, some teacher groups, if come forward, so recently in Telangana, Teachers Association are doing something. If they get the platform, they will come forward. So that is what we needed, but it is not exactly the state level, something like that. It should be in a grassroots level. For a mandal, if you consider in our district and mandal, something like that, so that it will be a nice platform for them to have this kind of activities.
Yes, an immediate step can be join Twitter and have a Twitter account and see how other teachers, because plenty of teachers are there online on Twitter. They share their work, ESL teachers, EFL teachers. So one teacher have an account, talk to. I wake up in the morning, I spend around 15 to 20 minutes on Twitter, thinking about who is doing what in the classroom. If there is anything interesting which I can use, I have something that will hit me as a researcher also at some point. So I do that regularly, and so why not do this? Just go back and do this, and think about, this is interesting. This is somebody else is doing, and not everybody has access to technology. All those students may not have access to technology. So technology is a very fuzzy, very controversial area. I would say it's very controversial in the sense people do not have access to technology. Your students don't have access to technology. So what is the point learning how to use technology for language learning? So why not learn how to teach with minimum resources in the classroom? So think about, don't get driven. This is in psychology we call it herd mentality. That means somebody else is doing, that's why I will do. But think about your classroom, what your students have. Do your students have access to internet, computers, mobile phones? If they don't have, there is no point learning technology enabled language learning, how to teach this. No point doing that.
Absolutely, I agree with Santosh sir. No doubt about it. Because as we have literally been switched to online teaching, in our regular classroom, it is possible for us to observe whether the student is actively listening or not. In such a way, sometimes if the student not ready to pay attention towards our lecture, then by cutting a joke, maybe by diverting the topic, if it is really led to marginal listening, we have our own methods to attract the attention of the student. But in online teaching, as I've been teaching online classes for my students, most of the students, they literally mute their video, phone as well as video. And I don't know sometimes whether they're really listening or not in paying attention to my lecture or not. That's the problem. So it has its own pros and cons. And
we need to be aware of that. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Yeah, Asha, any questions?
Yeah, I think Padma, Miss Padma A. Karapu has raised a question. Padma, are you ready?
Good evening, Santosh sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Very wonderful session, sir. A great insight on teaching learning communities, because when you have conducted a program in ELTA Telangana, we came to know about this and we wanted to learn something, because as Jani Reddy sir said, we were not really not exposed to teaching communities. Some of us are very interested to learn something new in order to update our skills and help our students, but we really don't have such a kind of communities. But now, after seeing your Chandigarh's RE's webinar and ELTA Telangana webinar, and now I have got some idea about joining all this, and it's a very informative, sir. And do we have any TLCs, like teaching learning communities, focusing on specific areas, sir? Like we all teachers have, as you said, weaknesses in some or the other way. Whether some people are facing pronunciation problems, some are facing academic writing problem, or some are facing some, even still we are learning. We are attending all these programs because we wanted to learn the areas which we are weak in.
Right.
So do we have any such?
Yeah, I think see, you should come together as a group. As a group, you can come together and think about how to learn good pronunciation, academic writing. That can be the goal of your TLC, and together you can start learning these things. But you need to involve somebody who is interested in research on these things, so that you have a space where you can, somebody who can facilitate a good discussion, a healthy discussion, and there is no bad blood in agreeing or disagreeing with others. When it will sometimes what happens is when you talk to a peer and say that this is good, this is bad, they feel bad. But if it is done in the presence of somebody who is a researcher, who is respected by them in a way, or they know that there's somebody else with a different perspective, I think it works sometimes. Egos do not get hurt. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Thank you. And Krishnaya sir. Krishnaya sir.
Hello, Krishnaya garu. So, Asha, any other questions?
No more questions in the box. We just said, yeah.
Okay then.
Venu is there?
May I ask a question, sir?
Please.
Hello. Yeah, Asha madam.
Yes, Krishnaya
Can I
garu.
repeat my question?
Yes.
Great evening to all, and thank you very much, Santosh sir, to have second session in this season. So here, the thing is, every time the things appear innovative, whatever we look at or we listen to, they appear innovative. And my worry is, coming to this TLC, we have had these kind of groups. Suppose at present we have the school complex meetings, and under different projects we have had many such groups. And what are the basic reasons for those failures? And I'm very happy to have this innovative idea, TLC. That is right. But everything just changing the cover, the same stuff we are having, and why the outcome is not to that extent as we expect, sir. This is very unfortunate, I feel. So very great, this TLC, Teaching Learning Committee, that is right. But we do have these sort of committees for years together. So may I have some clarification from moderators or from the speaker?
Yeah, sure.
Santosh, shall I submit?
Yeah, you can go.
See, Krishnaya garu, see, TLC is different from school complexes. School complex is one of the idea of the TLC, but it doesn't cover the entire aspects of philosophy of the TLC. But we are not conducting the school complex in a true spirit. Especially school complex is related to in our state Telangana, and we don't have much professional development there, and there is no, and further see the teachers are not involving completely in that, and there is no much learning from that the school complex. So you cannot compare the school complex with TLC. You need more than that. Please, Santosh ji, you can add some more.
Yeah, I mean, I have a point here. What I wanted to make inform you here is, see, I started as a teacher researcher and the early career teacher researcher. I work with people like maybe I hope you are familiar with Dr. Amol Padwad or Dr. Krishna Kalyan Dixit and Dr. Richard Smith. These people made it happen for me. I mean, like, they inspired me in some way, and they guided me how to ask questions, what to do, how to do research and all that. It helped me think. So what I'm suggesting here, in your group, if you have somebody who can help you think in different dimensions, in different directions, and think about different dimensions and think in different directions, then it will help you, it will help you come out of your shell. I mean, you think that there is growth, but you are not able to see it. But somebody who is into research, on teacher development can help you see this. I think it's a very good thing to involve somebody who is working on teacher development. And once you have that person, the person can facilitate. Like exactly I mentioned the names, those people facilitated this kind of discussion, which led to growth for me. This is from my experience as a teacher. So I thought I grew because of my interaction with those people like Dr. Padwad or Dr. Smith or a lot of other people. So this is what you need. You need people who are involved in research. You need to bring them on board so that they facilitate this thing for a while and they stay with you, and you get different perspectives from them. This may work. I'm not saying I'm saying
Hello.
Santosh sir and Jani Reddy sir.
Yes,
Sir,
Krishnagar.
I have
Somebody
a question,
asking.
sir.
Yeah, Krishnagar,
sir.
wait. Yeah, Vanuja, ma'am,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. So Jani Reddy sir, I completely agree with you, sir. School complex is entirely different from teaching learning community.
No, I cannot
And
say completely, but it is a different
it's
idea,
a different.
objective.
So, sir, yes, sir, this is a wonderful session. See, most of the teachers, their first problem is they are not aware of such communities, such
Yes,
platforms.
yes. I do
So
agree.
you see, from our district, I think I'm only participating in this webinar.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the people? How do they know, sir? So what can we do from authority or myself, from my side also? I want to do. I'm ready to do anything, but how can we do something, and how can it can be reached to all?
Santoshji, shall I just initially? See, this is, you are interested, then now you have joined. People who are interested, naturally, they will be in connection with, in communication with other people, in contact with other people, they get the idea of all these things. This is depend upon individual self-motivation. And we cannot say it is not from the behalf of the government. Government, of course, they do something like that. In Telangana, during the textbook development process, we created a subject group, subject forums. So still some subject forums are working actively. So this is totally, self-interest. So you are interested, you have joined, and then you are learning something. Of course, if they get something, then they will join later on. But it does take some time. But
yes,
this is what I, sir, Santoshji, you want to add any?
Yeah, I think, I think I don't know whether the government will take.
Sir, I can tell you, AICT and UGC, literally, they're launching a number of Swayam courses, online courses, engineering students, degree students, even housewives, faculty, anybody can join in Swayam courses. If they complete the course, they will issue one certificate to them. But none is interested. As Jani sir said, it is absolutely self-interest. So the person, whoever has intuition to learn something, or maybe to build up or to enrich something, they generally come forward and they literally.
Yeah. Thank you, Vijayanath garu. Just allow sir, Santosh to continue. Please, thank you. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have time much. That's the reason.
Okay. Yeah, understood.
So I'm saying that, see, it's like you mentioned, there are programs by government and all, but there is something which we lack, which is, as it is, we don't have many in-service programs for ESL teachers as such. We don't have many. And secondly, one of the most important things we generally, governments and other institutes, we don't think about much. When we design a training program, when we initiate a program, we do not think about a follow-up program. We do not think about what to do after these teachers learn something, whether they have implemented it. Do we have an evaluation program which will go back and look at whether teachers are benefiting from that program, how much they're benefiting, where they're benefiting, why they're, let's say they are not participating, why they are not participating. Do we conduct, does government, whoever, let's say, do government agencies, do they carry out surveys to find out whether the program is working and why it's working, why it's not working, what teachers think, what the stakeholders, I mean the teachers, what they think about such programs, how it can work better. All those things, we don't take up such studies. This is a serious problem, and we have this problem. If we take up something like this and we we have this follow-up programs, we have this evaluation program things, then only something like TLC will work really well. You need to go back and see whether the TLC has benefited us, one, how it has benefited us, in which directions we have, in which aspects of teaching and learning we have benefited by participating or through our participation in TLCs. So these are certain things we need to consider.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Yeah.
may I ask a question, sir?
Sir, Santoshji, can you spend a few more minutes so that we can, otherwise.
Five more minutes.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Sir, can I, sir? Thank you, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
I'm Pushparagam, sir. And
Yeah.
I'm very happy to know that we can have teaching learning communities as well. But will you like to suggest any framework, sir? Can we have any framework for forming such communities, and what are the activities that should be undertaken under this TLCs, and how to implement and how to assess the working and all, and how to get the benefits reaped as per the students' performances? Can you suggest, sir?
Santoshji, yeah.
See, I have just started a fire. I mean, Spark. I'm just Spark.
Yeah.
I'm giving you through this webinar of 1 hour. I've just given you I've tried to give you a spark.
Taste, just like a taste.
A big wildfire, and you want to spread it across the entire country and world. What you need to do, or your school or your state or anything, what you need to do is to, invest more firewood, invest more time, energy, and do this. And how you can do this, the starting point can be in this PPT, which I will share with you on Delta India today.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes somebody will share. You can download the PPT and look at the references. In the reference section, I have mentioned very clearly something that you can read, go back and read, and a lot of input about how to create a TLC, how to manage a TLC, how to sustain a TLC, what TLC does, a lot of information about TLC. So that can be a starting point for you. So why not start reading a little bit, following the reference section, which I will share with you soon. After this webinar. And then we can talk in one more webinar at some point, maybe later, once you read up.
Yes, we could have another session also, sir, with a
Yes, Pushparagam, yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Any other questions? Anybody? Last question, please.
Can there is one question from Rosemary. Can you form a TLC with all of us participants as members?
Good one.
Can't answer that.
So fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think that's it. We'll close.
Yeah.
I have given my virtual thumb.
Yeah. So thank you all those who have joined in this webinar. Actually, we thought of it is only limited to few our S12 Rangareddy district, and we have sent the message to other members also. And thank you very much. Really, we have seen some of the participants from other states also. Especially, I thank you, Amol sir and Padmini madam, and some Nisha from Kerala and other places also. People have joined. I thank very much Santosh ji. Dr. Santosh ji is very near to us. I hope all the the city surrounding teachers, Hyderabad city surrounding teachers, can have his assistance or cooperation, whatever you want. Sure. Definitely is ready to extend all kind of support. I hope this collaboration may go a long way. And thank you very much. Thank you all, and have a nice day. In spite of this COVID and all the circumstances, difficulties, you have joined this program and you are enriching your ideas. I hope TLC is a long journey, and as Santosh said, it is just ignite. So some of you, at least out of 90, at least 10-15 members, if you are interested in to start in your community, especially in your school and neighborhood, that is a great thing. And you can do something through, we have WhatsApp groups. We have many WhatsApp groups in every district and every mandal. So you can make use the WhatsApp group or a Facebook group in a meaningful way, so that definitely the TLC, definitely we can achieve something. But it is a long journey. I said it is not going to happen immediately and all the time. Somebody said the teacher motivation is important, and the platforms are also more important. I hope in future the Diet Vikarabad and some districts here in Medichala and Rangareddy, the teachers are ready to form some TLCs. I hope in next 1 year they will come with their own activities, definitely. in addition to other people who are working in Telangana. Thank you very much, Santosh ji. Thank you everybody
Thank you,
for
sir.
your participation
sir.
and active involvement. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
Thank
sir.
you all.
sir.
Thank
Good
you
night.
all.
Good night,
Thank you,
everyone.
sir. Thank you, Jani Reddy sir and Santosh sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir, Janaki sir and Santosh sir and Asha ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Nice
Thank
to
you.
see so many ELT people.
So many LT people have joined here.
Yeah, you
Thank
want
you,
to share
Santosh sir.
anything, you can, if time permits.
Yeah.
We should have more sessions on it, sir, so that we can.
Yeah, of course. It's not a session, but willingness to work and willingness to share. That would be the motive behind this TLC. Still, anyhow, we are doing something, but it is not in a proper way. That is the only thing.
Even in our WhatsApp groups, we have been contributing a lot. We have been sharing our experiences.
Yeah, of
classroom
course,
experiences as well.
But it should be go in a meaningful way,
That's
and
what-
somebody should coordinate. But what is happening here? It is everybody in the same status. That is why people are not recognizing others' ideas. So that is the main issue at the TLC at our level. As Krishna sir said, in a complex meetings, everybody in the same. So what will happen in the teaching community? Generally, we don't consider the other teachers. Whatever the idea they may come with, that is a big problem in our profession. So we have to come out of it. We have to ready to learn. We have to.
We should be ready to learn from others.
Yes, then only it will possible. Otherwise, it won't. And in the government sector, nobody is asking you and nobody is worrying about your professional growth. That is the other gray area.
No, sir.
We are not being encouraged properly, sir.
Not
We are
encouraged.
Our own way, sir.
So it is.
Self motivation, self encouragement.
It's not only somebody else encouraging us, are we encouraging ourselves?
Yeah, that.
Ramani ma'am, good evening. Yeah, Ramani ma'am, without your help, we are not ready to attend such webinars, na?
No,
Yeah.
it is
Such that people need some help, madam. People need some help.
I can see this fresh talent like
direction
Jay
should be there,
Reddy
sir.
and Vanaja,
Yes,
Vimla,
yes,
right,
yes.
of them coming together.
Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny Reddy, sir.
Yeah, Vinedar. Yeah, please.
Unfortunate thing is that nobody recognized that whatever ELTA is doing is also like a TLC, but they don't recognize that.
No, Vinay sir.
No.
Vinay sir,
No,
Vinay sir.
see,
Vinay
ELTA
sir.
is doing, but it is a big platform. They want a local platform.
Jani sir, I would like to answer Vinay sir.
Yeah.
Vinay sir, you have been the talk of the town, talk of the state. Don't say that no one has observed or recognized. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You are still the talk of the town amongst ELT.